guys, just wanted to pop up before the episode starts and give you a heads up. There was a bit of an issue when recording this episode. We don't know what, where Kurt and it looks like Johnny Royal's camera seem to flicker a little bit and they stutter and it freezes a little bit. The audio is absolutely fine. So if you're just listening, you're in for a great ride. If you're watching, I do apologize if it is a bit annoying that the cameras are flickering and they're freezing a bit, but you can still hear it perfectly and it is a great episode. Now, enjoy.
Welcome to Talks with Dorks presents Never Say Die, the podcast where we are hyping up everything in the lead up to that massive wrestling show taking place in Basildon on the 31st of May. And as the moment that we speak, we are just a matter of days away. I cannot believe we are this close and we are still adding things onto the card. If you checked out the video that was published very recently, I was having a little catch up with the man who is joining me first here on the podcast today. Johnny Royal is back with us, and look at that championship over the shoulder. It looks beautiful. Johnny, how you doing, mate?
Really good, Kurt. Thank you. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. So, if you missed that video that went out recently, catching up with Johnny, who's going to be at Never Say Die with that title over his shoulder. I'm 100% confident of that fact. And Johnny, I mean, you put out what is now our second open challenge for Never Say Die, where you're looking to put that title on the line.
I couldn't let RJ Singh have all the fun. You know, he threw out an open challenge. I thought, yeah, that sounds good. I've got a gold belt I could defend as well. So, yeah, I thought it made sense.
Yeah, he's pulling double duty as well. I hope he doesn't think he's getting paid twice. I mean, Johnny, so firstly, other than wanting to, you know, steal the thunder from RJ Singh, and fair play to you, mate. I mean, it's not. I mean, this is almost like a bit of a rarity when it comes to wrestling in particular. Is like, you know, champions very happily saying, "Look, any comers," and that's putting a big target on your back, mate. We could have loads of people potentially respond to that. Anyone could walk through that curtain come bell time and Never Say Die on the 31st of May. I mean, what made you want to put that title on?
So, I very much always believe myself to be a fighting champion. I won the belt with the purpose of defending it week in, week out as often as I can. And the big factor for me is that we're in my hometown. We're in Basildon. I grew up in Basildon. I live 5 minutes from the venue. So for me, it was to come and showcase this belt and to just show my people, you know, I'm your fighting champion. I will put the belt up against anybody. And yeah, you know, this isn't just my belt. This is the people of Basildon's belt. This is everyone's belt.
Well, you said put up against anybody, and we put the challenge out. And I have had a couple of people who have got in touch who are chomping at the bit to have a crack at that championship. And I'm joined by them now. So let's introduce them. First and foremost, I'm joined by the one and only Preston Sage. Preston, how you doing, mate?
I'm very well. How are you, Kurt?
Oh, I'm good. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start playing referee early to keep everyone in check on this podcast, maybe, because you're not alone. I'm also joined by Jimmy V, who's on the pod as well. Jimmy, how you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you, Kurt. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. So, both of you heard the open challenge from Johnny, and both of you feel like you have a fair claim to having a crack at that title on the 31st of May at Never Say Die. So, we'll get onto that in just a second. But firstly, for those of you who have only just discovered us via the podcast or via the flyers that are around for Never Say Die or on the socials or anything like that, obviously we've got Jimmy, Preston and Johnny on the podcast now. So before we get into who deserves that title the most, wanted to take an opportunity to find out a little bit about you guys and, you know, what brought you to the dance, what's been up during your wrestling careers, and then we'll get into why you want in on that title match. So I feel like we start with the man who has, you know, the prestige around his shoulders, if anything, has made him earn the right to go first here. So Johnny, I know we caught up very briefly recently, but Johnny, I mean, yeah, obviously you've done enough to have that belt around your shoulders. You've done enough to be a fighting champion and confident enough to put that belt on the line with a title defense still on the cards in between in the first place anyway. So For anyone who's not heard of you before, Johnny, I mean, I wonder if you could just give us a little bit of a highlight of the wrestling career, what brought you to this date. But yeah, I'll leave it very openly to you, mate, in terms of how much you want to go through.
Yeah, of course. So I'm in my 11th year of my career. I've had a lot of highs, and they've of course come with a lot of lows. But currently, I sit the top of the VCW mountain with the International Championship. So that for me, that's my big high at the minute. That's what I'm selling myself on. I've wrestled all over the country. I've been blessed to wrestle in the United States as well. And yeah, so now, full circle, I get to wrestle in my hometown, which Ryan is going to tell everybody. It reminds reminds me every time I see him that the venue, or my very first wrestling show, Ryan actually main evented that. So he's very happy to tell everybody that because of him, I sit where I am today. And if I'm honest, I have to give him a little bit of credit, because going to watch these shows, that in your head as a kid, you're like, yeah, I want to go and do that. And yeah, now we sit here today. I've been blessed to do a lot in my career, but we're still going strong and we're still holding the gold.
And hopefully still holding it again on the other end of Never Say Die as well. I mean, fun enough, it's weird coming full circle with Ryan as well, because of course you're coming to Never Say Die to put that open challenge out there for your title. RJ Singh is doing his open challenge for the PWE title. And among the people who have expressed a potential interest includes our Ryan, who it'll be the first time wrestling for him in, I think, 7 years. I mean, we've all told him he's mad, but and I don't know if I don't know if the devil on his shoulder is going to win over the angel or not. But I mean, man, if that ends up coming off, I mean, that'll be a really weird full circle moment of you putting out an open challenge as Ryan, I don't know, maybe answers another. Who knows? Maybe both of you walk out with the titles over your shoulders by the end of it.
What a great picture that would be. Me and Ryan both standing there side by side, holding our golds up in the air at the end of the night.
Honestly, I'm the ring announcer for the event. Nothing would make me happier than doing that announcement. But I don't even know if Ryan's answering the open challenge or not. I mean, but pure speculation at this point. You can tell the little itch is there, but also, 7 years or so. I don't know. But on the off chance that happens, what an announcement it would be. Although that being said, there are two guys on this pod as well who are hoping to put a dampener on that potential picture come the end of the night. So, I'm also joined by Preston Sage and Jimmy V. And Preston, I'll come to you first, because talk about full circle moments. I know you've got a degree of history with Johnny yourself. Might as well come to you next, my mate. What for people who've not heard you before, people who've only just recently stumbled across your stuff, I mean, how would you sum up your career? And maybe mention some of the history of Johnny if you fancy as well, or you can keep it purely selfish, mate.
Or purely selfish. I do sound like the sound of that. No, I've got, I boast 12 years of in-ring experience. This isn't the first time that me and Johnny have shared the square circle together. It's not going to be the first time, and it certainly won't be the last. But among that, I've also appeared up and down the UK for promotions such as KWA, GBWA, NFW, Jimmy's Stomping Grounds. I was there in the early days. Shout out to Richie for that one. Johnny, I want that title. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or maybes. Jimmy, I'm sorry, man. You're just another person in my way. Johnny, you're nothing but a false prophet. You claim to be this. Was it the leader of? What is it again? The leader of what? The Misfit Nation? Johnny, you don't know nothing about. You don't know anything about being a misfit. You're doing esports. You're part of charity football clubs. You're the most popular you've ever been in your life. You don't know what it's like to be a misfit. You're nothing but a false prophet. And on the 31st of May, at Basildon Sports and Leisure Centre, I proved to everyone exactly that.
Oh, it's getting heated already. I mean, throwing shade at Jimmy before he's even had a chance to say 2 words on the pod as well. I mean, Jimmy V, I mean, I was going to ask for your background and the like as well, but I mean, I'd throw that in the bin for the moment. We'll get back to that. But Jimmy, you got anything to say to those words from Preston?
Yeah, Kurt, so listen, I mean, it's not put past me that obviously I'm the least experienced in this match. I'm entering my 2nd year of pro wrestling, but we've touched on the New Force Wrestling Academy. You see there, they call me the prospect. And actually, I'm not just a prospect in New Force Wrestling. I'm the hottest rising star in British wrestling. I'm main eventing shows. I'm wrestling internationally. People buying tickets to see me. So when Ryan sent me that DM asking me to appear May 31st in Basildon, it was for good reason. My face is the face on posters. It's going to be me to take that belt off of Johnny and give VCW fans the champion that they probably don't deserve, but that I think they need.
Coming across a little bit Batman there as well. I mean, you mentioned the 2-year career, but from the sounds of things, you've already done quite a lot in those 2 years as well. I mean, is this just going to be the latest feather in a cap in, hopefully it's going to be a long line of accomplishments, or is this just a little stopgap? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm not saying this match is going to be easy. Johnny and Preston, they're local cult heroes in the British scene, and I've not made my name there yet, but the emphasis on the yet. I'm the hottest rising star. My rise has been meteoric, and it doesn't end here. This will be, as you said, maybe another feather in the cap of a long, illustrious journey.
Right, well, Johnny, mate, I might as well come back to you there. I mean, some harsh words coming from Preston and Jimmy. I don't think it's one to be written off as well. I mean, 2-year career, a lot of confidence behind him as well. I mean, Johnny, I don't know if you're leaning one way or another just yet, or if you've got any words you might want to say back.
So this is quite difficult. It's quite a difficult situation because it's obvious. I know Preston very well. We've tore it up a lot in our time. And so that's a match that I know. If anything, that might be a comfortable match for me. It might not, because it's someone I know. It's someone that, like I say, I've had the pleasure, not always the pleasure, because walking out of the ring after a match with Preston, not the nicest of occasions, but it's a match that I know what I can expect. Now, Jimmy, I've heard a hell of a lot about. Like he said, he's not been at this long, but from what he's done, this would be a very interesting match. And who knows, maybe I should take Jimmy up on his challenge, a bit of fresh meat to defend the championship against, as opposed to what I already know. So, it's a tough decision. It's a very tough decision.
I mean, let's look at that for a second. I mean, on the one hand, like you say, we've got something new, something never before seen, brand new first time ever match for Never Say Die. I mean, the promoter in me is liking the sound of that, admittedly. On the other hand, old rivalries. Is it though? Is it something that we've seen too much before? Is there an argument that Preston's already had his shot there? I mean, yeah, the argument could say that maybe Jimmy deserves the best crack.
Before. So, sorry to cut in here, Kurt, but yes, Johnny, we have wrestled countless times, but I assure you now more than ever in 2025, I am a different breed of animal, my friends. You have never faced this Preston before. So put the title on the line on the 31st of May at Basildon Sports and Leisure Centre. Put that title on the line and I show you the new animal that I have become.
And just like that, Johnny, I've got 3 days grace in my head.
You talk about Kurt, sorry, I'm just going to step in as well. Johnny, you speak about the people of Basildon. You want to do what's best for the people of Basildon. Who else but a better role model for them than Jimmy V? All the kids can grow up wanting to be me. Of course, all the men already want to be me anyway. So, Johnny, think about what's best for the people of your local town, because no disrespect, it's not you.
I'm backing up for a second here.
See, the thing is, this is the other thought I have in my head. It doesn't matter who I pick. It doesn't matter who steps up. Because, look, if I can defend this title around the country, why do you think I'm going to lose it in my hometown? Do you not think that's going to bring out a different side of me? I'm already tearing it up. I've already come back better and stronger than ever. I won gold in my second match back. Boys, in front of my hometown, you do not take this from me.
I mean, which one takes it from you, though? I mean, obviously, we put the open challenge out there. You got 2 hungry guys, calling their shot with it as well. I mean, Preston, again, we got the history. There's that fire that I'm seeing there as well, in that, clearly old wounds not quite healed, and again, possibly even a totally fresh animal. You got Jimmy V as well, staking his own claim to it. And Johnny, I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. Are you finding that you're leaning one way or the other there? If I had to make you make a decision now?
It's tough. I honestly cannot sit here and say that one of these deserve it over the other, because, like I've said, I've tore it up with Preston. I know what he's about. He's telling me he's a different animal. Maybe I should find that out for myself. And Jimmy, I've never had the pleasure of wrestling Jimmy. Maybe I need to experience that. This is a tough choice. It's a really tough choice.
All right. Ooh. Are you seriously about to make me make this decision here? I mean, I don't know if I
need the help, Kurt. Really, I need the help. I think you're gonna have to pick for me.
Oh, Ryan, you leave me on my own for this one, mate. And the decision I've got on me here. Right. I'm gonna need to do. I feel like I'm about to make a final decision on like a reality TV show or something like that. I don't need this power. Right, Jimmy, let's come to you first. I'm not making my decision just yet. That wasn't me saying Jimmy just yet. Before Preston reaches through the screen at me, Jimmy, I'm going to give you a chance to give me a closing argument of why it should be you.
Kurt, I think I've explained my case already, but I'll say it again. I'm the hottest rising star in this country. I will take this. I will take this show. I will take this company. I will take VCW as a company moving forward as their main star, as their top guy. I am the future. Johnny, it's time for you to pass the torch. It's time for you to do what's best for business. Choose Jimmy V.
Right. Preston, same to you, mate.
Johnny, I know you want to walk into your hometown as champion and walk back out as champion. And I know that sounds like a fairy tale ending, a perfect end to your story. And we know last year was all about finishing stories, but my friends, face me and that story comes to an end. Do it. Do it.
Johnny, has that swung you at all, mate, or is this decision still going to fall on me?
I hate to be that person, Kurt, because honestly, I wish I could sit here and say, yeah, I'm going with this guy. But both of them make a solid point. And Preston makes a good point because he's telling me, he's guaranteeing everybody that if I pick him, then my story ends. Now, my thought is, I picked Preston to prove to everybody that that's a load of rubbish. And Jimmy, look, I got to give it to Jimmy, man. As much as, like, I'm going to say he's a bit cocky, he's a bit arrogant, I feel like he might deserve the shot as well. So, Kurt, good luck, but I think this choice is yours.
Oh. Ooh. Why are you doing this to me, Johnny? Right, okay, so on the one hand, Jimmy V, never been done before. First time match and never say die. That's a really hard prospect to pass up. You know, no, unpredictable as well. On the other hand, there's a lot of old history between Preston and Johnny. Preston's coming in with some fire. Johnny, hometown hero, both seem pretty determined to say they're going to take that title off your waist there. I can't do it. What are we gonna? Lads, you know how hard you're making my life right now.
Kurt, be a man and make a decision.
You know what's right.
Be a man was. I might have had my headphones off from that, but I have these on loud. Was that be a man?
Kurt, be a man and make a decision.
Be a man and make a decision. Okay, right. You need me to be a man. Do you need me to be a man? Okay. Both of you have been coming at this, saying that you want Johnny one-on-one for that title. Both of you are saying you got equal claim, and apparently I have to be a man about this. Do you know what? Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you said you're a fighting champion.
That's correct.
You're a fighting champion. You take on all comers, right?
From anywhere. Anyone that's there.
Anyone, anywhere, including these two guys, okay? Do you know what? Screw it. How about both of those two guys? Triple threat, three-way.
I like the sound of it. I'm not going to lie. I think I love the sound of it.
Preston's nodding aggressively.
Yes.
Jimmy, you've gone dark there, my friend. I'm struggling to gauge your reaction to that. Look, I'm fired up
I want
now.
to turn down the challenge. If it has to be a three-way, then let's make it a three-way.
I feel like this is the only way it ends up working out. So, I mean, I'm sticking by my decision, but yeah, screw it. Ryan, if you're watching this, I know you're editing this. That's it. Never Say Die, 31st of May, Basden Sports and Leisure, a three-way triple threat. First fall to a finish, Johnny Royal defending against Preston Sage and Jimmy V. Winner takes that title. That is my final decision on that. Johnny, nothing you say at this point can change my decision, but I feel like you're not one to want to change my mind right now. You said you're a fighting champion.
I love it. I love it. I think that's I think it's a great decision. It was tough to choose from. Let them both have a go. Let's do it.
Now, I know you're saying that, mate. I know you're saying that, but I do need to double check you're aware, because you three backed me into a corner with this. I need to know that you're aware. Three-way rules, first fall to a finish. You no longer need to be pinned to lose that belt.
That means I'm just going to have to step the game up even more, doesn't it?
From the sounds of things, they're both coming for you, Matt. I mean, I think they're both going to be trying to pin you there, man. But backing off two guys now. But yeah, Jimmy could pin Preston, Preston can pin Jimmy, and that's it. Title is off you in your hometown. You don't even need to be the one looking at the lights.
It does. It makes it tough. It does make it tough. But you know what? To be a champion, you've got to be able to face all comers. You've got to be able to face all challenges. Look, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy match. And who knows? I'll put my hands up right now. I might walk out of Basildon without the belt. Like you say, all it takes is for me to be out of the picture for 3 seconds or a submission. I don't need to be there. But I'm not just a champion, I'm a fighting champion. Let's do it. Triple threat. Let's go.
I was about to say that almost sounded like a lack of confidence there.
Forgot what I was for a minute.
Is that a bit of blood in the water for Preston and Jimmy? I don't know. Preston, you were nodding aggressively the second I said triple threat. I almost feel like you prefer this.
More guts, more glory, Kurt. More guts, more glory. Like I said to Jimmy, he's just another person that's in my way. And honestly, 2 years, you've got plenty of more ahead of you, kid. But 31st of May, that's not your night. It's my night. It's my opportunity to not just show Johnny that I'm a changed animal, but to show the world, to show the entire Brit Rest scene.
Right. So I think that's official then. Johnny Royal versus Preston Sage versus Jimmy V for the championship and Never Say Die. Jimmy, I'm going to come to you one more time, mate. Is this the outcome you wanted?
It's not the outcome I would have chose, but it's a title match. I'm going to take it. Realistically, my debut in Basildon, 31st of May, what better way to make an impact than beating two men such as Johnny and Preston and walking out the champion. It's inevitable. It is what it is. I'll take the triple threat. It doesn't change the outcome regardless.
Well, the outcome is now a 1 in 3, lads. So, I am curious, if nothing else, to see where this ends up going come the 31st of May. So, guys, to our listeners, to our viewers, regardless of where you get in the pod at the moment, there is now not just an additional reason to get yourself down to Never Say Die. If anything, 3 additional reasons to get your tickets to Basden Sports and Leisure Centre. Never Say Die, 31st of May. Scan the QR code, go to Eventbrite, get those tickets while you can. They are going fast. And lads, I'm going to call it now. I had many reasons to be excited for this show. This is now probably the match that I am most excited for. I don't know what to expect. I don't think anyone knows what to expect on the 31st of May. I mean, other than the inevitable I'm walking out with the title. No, I'm walking out with the title. No, I'm walking out with the title. I want to come around to you one more time, guys, in terms of once that bell rings, Triple Threat rules, what can people expect from you in that ring when given free reign to do whatever needs to be done to win that title with the other two guys in the ring? Jimmy, I'm going to come to you first, my friend.
Yeah, well, it seems like these two have got an issue that goes back years. You know, I'm not interested in blood and guts. I'm interested in doing whatever it takes to walk out champion.
So you think it maybe might be able to capitalise on that history whilst these two are going at each other's throats? Jimmy V might be able to just slip in there and get the win.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, right. Preston, is that history, is that potential bad blood, is that going to bubble over? Is that going to get in our way? Or is that just going to make it even?
Nothing, but it's not going to get in my way at all. If anything, it's going to fuel me. And pretty Jimmy over there, with your 2 years worth of experience, my friend, I know exactly what you have, and that's a glass jaw. And on the 31st of May, I expose that to everyone.
Glass jaw, pretty Jimmy. Do you know what, Jimmy? If you're ever after a new gimmick, pretty Jimmy might be one. But right, Johnny, defending champion. Obviously, you're planning on walking into your hometown with that belt. You're planning on walking out with that exact same belt. Once the bell rings, it's potentially for a spell, at the very least, going to be 2-on-1. What can the crowd at Never Say Die expect from Johnny?
I think the show name, I know obviously the show name, The Goonies, amazing film, amazing anniversary, but the show name fits me, my persona very well. Never Say Die. These two are going to give it everything they've got to try and take this belt from me. And I know, I'm 100% certain these two are going to form some sort of little allegiance for a time until Preston's ego or Jimmy's ego gets the better of them. But I won't die. They are going to have to pry this belt from my cold, dead hands if they think they've got any chance of taking it away from me in my hometown.
It sounds like it's going to need to be 2-on-1 to get the belt off of Johnny. At which point, who do you award it to if you both pin him? Preston, Jimmy, Johnny, I am psyched, I am pumped, I am raring for this myself. From the sounds of things, you guys are too. Guys, thank you very much for coming on the pod. I did not see this going this way. I thought that I was going to have to make a very easy decision. I thought Johnny might have made that decision for me, but you backed me into a corner. So, triple threat, three-way, first fall to a finish for the championship at Never Say Die, 31st of May, Basden Sports and Leisure. Jimmy V versus Preston Sage versus the defending champion, Johnny Royal. I cannot wait. And again, get those tickets at Eventbrite, scan the QR code, whatever you need to do. You need to get yourself down there. And Ryan, if you're watching this in the edit right now or you're watching it after the fact, I hope, you got no choice, mate, but I hope you are happy with the decision that we have made here. Right, for now, Johnny, Preston, Jimmy, thanks very much for coming on the pod, guys. You've got a match to prep for at this point. And for our listeners and viewers, don't forget, of course, Tree Frog grading. Get your cards graded. Use TWD15. Don't forget to mention us, TWD15 on Tree Frog grading. Get those cards graded, and we will see you either on the next podcast or at Never Say Die, Talks with Dorks presents Basden Sports and Leisure on the 31st of May. Lads, thank you very much. We'll check you there.